We've already caused enough harm here. Let's return to camp before we cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do for now is make our report to Lucia and do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. So let us linger here no more. Come. Yeah, they really do mess with the emotions, these expansions, as of late. Curse these game devs making me feel emotional for these NPCs that we've just met. That always end up dying somehow, like 5 quests later. Yeah, I don't want to feel unsure. I just want to fight cool bosses. I can always talk to you from here. Yeah. Alze and Alphinaud tell me they finished their preliminary search for survivors, but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly they are reluctant to provide details. Might I ask of your account? Yeah, I just want to fight cool stuff. Fight big robots and stuff like that. I don't want there to be any emotional stuff going on.
Thank you for your report.
And fight old Final Fantasy bosses. That's all I want to do.
We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
It's not her fault. We didn't know this would happen.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald.
So what's going on with this place?
The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Okay.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
Yeah, that makes sense. Probably Asians. It's gotta be Asians. I'm assuming Fan Daniel probably said some shit to instigate.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Zenos had been possessed by a demon.
Right, we did that.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
The problem is he's no longer Elidibus, he's Zenos. We killed Elidibus back in 5.3.
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the 3rd Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvis is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, The First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
Yeah, so they think Elidibus did it. Elidibus controlling Xenos, but Xenos actually did it. And then they think the other family got Elidibus to kill him so they could take it over, but that's not the case. So,
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory. And that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
yeah, he said in 5.3 that Fan Daniel said the money from his place, yeah, just afford it all. House Brutus.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
Yeah. See, I'm paying attention to
It
stuff.
would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
Right, because Fan Daniel is using Asahi's body, which he was part of that, so it all works out for him.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
Yeah.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor.
Assuming the tremor is that
From that
giant-ass
point
tower
on, they
that's
have
just
no
popping up.
memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varus giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
Wow, Tower of Babel.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
The radio.
Varus spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence.
Ah, so the radios keep people safe.
A picture is
Pretty much.
beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
My friends, I must speak with you. A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
Let's see what happens.
I think we do.
What's going on? Who this?
Who do we have here?
Yeah, who's this? I don't recognize this person.
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Iulus Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it.
He returns.
Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak.
I don't know who this is. If not, I don't
But it is
remember.
the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the 2 of us and...
Alpha Node. Alpha Node for the political
Please allow me
debating.
and Alize to act as envoys.
Oh, okay.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
What would your mother say if I let you 2 go by yourself?
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
A couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Yeah, shut your mouth, buddy.
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
Took his gunblade or his gun sword. Okay, so we're following this. We're following this jabroni around to wherever the hell he wants us to go. To find out more of what's going on in Garlemald. So, Julius. I don't know this guy. You'll be received as invited guests, so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourselves accordingly. Your safe return takes precedence above all else, remember this. Thancred in particular will be worried sick if you're gone too long. May the Fury watch over and keep you. Okay, let's go. Are you and the children ready? I'll explain the route once we're outside your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we'll judge it as an act of hostility. We'll not hesitate to take appropriate measures. I expect nothing less. You have our full cooperation. Alright, so we're following him around. Cool. Ooh, is Tertium underground, maybe? This is Tertium, one of Garlemald's largest stations. Now serves as our headquarters. I've already sent the twins ahead. I'll be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. That was right. Okay, so... Ooh. The Underground Railway. Okay, then. There's all kinds of people here. Oh my god, look at this place. This is cool. Alright. So we made it. There's the Aetheryte. Alright, I gotta make sure I attune to that before I leave. But why do the Garleans have Aetherites if they can't use them? It's plain to see why they chose this as their base of operations. They could have done a lot worse. Even so, I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. Indeed, and if Julius was willing to make any perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass in search of food, their own supplies must all be but exhausted. Gotta be compelling your favorite jobs. I like Warrior. I like Warrior and Dark Knight. I'm a sucker for giant weapons. So, that's what I do. You like to main tank? I like main tanking. Main tanking is great. You just get to stand still and don't do any mechanics. That's for the other people to worry about. It's not my problem. If they wipe the party, it's not my fault. They fucked up the mechanic. Okay, let's keep going. They may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like Victor's spoils, it must be a constant struggle to keep the people warm. Lower your voices. While you may be here as my guest, others will not take kindly to your presence. My commander's in the locomotive, over there. Yeah, spin the boss. Rotate the boss 360 degrees all the time. Also, it's good to see you in chat again, GFA. Glad you could join me for some MSQ, and you're gonna love what's gonna come up later. Trust me. Oh, I see that. Let me tune to Aetherite first. Not responding. Never mind, I can't. Can I look out here though? Look out. There we go. Tertium. Huh. Alright, into the train. Imposing commander. Holy. Look at them sitting cross-armed in a couch. That is imposing. Jesus.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
So who is this? Is this...
Yes, sir.
This might be the guy who tried to take over the throne.
I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
Okay, I don't think, no, so it's not the guy trying to take over the throne, but the protector of it. Okay, so he worked with Varus.
The first? I had no idea you had survived.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varus understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit.
No, I don't think we have any plans to take anything from this. The only reason we sent the army here is to destroy the tower.
If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. But after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? That our ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not?
I mean, literally it is. They came to us. The Garleans came to us and just started a war. We didn't go to them.
Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
Great, so we've been taken prisoner. This sucks.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition. Collar them.
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock.
Okay, so they gave us shock collars. Great.
Stop! Keep away from that one.
Okay, well, except me, because they need an in-game reason for me to be able to travel across the world when I feel like it. They can't just lock me up to one area of the game.
The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed. Even if he allowed himself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If he refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
I still think he can be convinced. Yeah. Yeah.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be.
Yeah, well, propaganda will do that.
You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
So I guess we gotta figure out what next. I'm assuming I hope I can attune to the 8th right here. So I don't need to run around the entire map to to come back here. Let me see. Not yet. Shit. Alright, let's keep going then. As per Lord Quintus's instructions, I'm to supervise you during your time here in Tertium. Before you ask, no, I do not have a key, or no, I don't have a key, or any means to remove your collars. Nor would I tell you if I had. If you try anything, you'll soon wish you hadn't. So, do you truly intend to speak with the others, or what is this merely a ruse? We're in no hurry to disobey Lord Quintius, if that's what you mean, or perhaps you doubt the wisdom of his decision. Oh shit, tell him what for. Do as you wish, though remember, I'll be watching. If I catch wind of you doing anything untoward, trying to trick our people into turning their coats into the like, those shock collars will be the least of your worries, understood? Though we're somewhat compromised, to put it lightly, let's not waste this opportunity. I suggest splitting up and learning what we can of their situation, and above all else, don't use magics of any sort. Alright. You, on the other hand, may go wheresoever you wish, even outside the camp. I know full well I couldn't stop you if I tried. But do not forget, if you do anything to endanger us or our interests, Alphino and Alze will pay the price. Alright, so... lore reason why I can't leave, or why I can leave. Well, seen enough? Julius, the people here have barely enough food and fuel to survive. Have you and the other soldiers been able to produce any more supplies, or procure any more supplies? We've been scavenging provisions from the nearby houses, as most families kept some sort of way in the event they were snowed in. Still, going out and getting it is dangerous work. We've a lot of mouths to feed. Fuel is the greater concern, though. We had some ceruleum set aside until it was stolen. We haven't identified the culprit. Yeah, dude's still a douche. Could have been other refugees, or one of the afflicted for all we know. Either way, we're down to the last dregs. Without the heating they need, those in poor health are going to get worse instead of better. If it's cerulean we need, or a contingent has secured a ready supply, we can have some sent over. But we will not accept your charity. If we can hold on a little longer, the situation is sure to change. Aye, everything will change. Heard something of it, have you? Well, from what I've seen, there's little you could do to interfere, so there's no harm in telling you. One of our scouts spotted a hooded man issuing instructions to the afflicted, or in the bastard's words, loyal servants to the Telophoroi. Then he made his way inside the Imperial Palace, or what stands in its place. We identified the seat of the enemy's power, we realize. Lord Quintius dispatched a messenger to the 10th Legion saying as much, and instructing them to join forces with the provincial regions to prepare for a combined assault on the Telophoroi. Once our allies arrive, your contingent will be sent running for the hills. Then we shall reclaim the capital by our own hand. And how do you intend to survive in the meantime? At this rate, many of your countrymen will perish long before reinforcements reach Garlemald. They need help now. Say the word, and we'll bring your ceruleum. I will speak with Lord Quintius. Okay, so maybe something. Might be getting somewhere. So, did he agree to it? No, he will not place Garlemald in the debt of our enemies. I have, however, been ordered to search for ceruleum outside. As you're under my watch, you will come with me. Don't I still have that one bottle that little camp gave me? Very well. After all, many hands make light work. You lot are more trouble than you're worth. Once we're outside, you'll follow my instructions to the letter. We depart shortly. All right. I thought we still had. What happened to that one bottle we were given before we came back to the farm with all the dead people? Hey, look at that, level 83 quests. Okay. We'll begin our search for ceruleum in Regio Urbanissima. The first location is Forum Soleus, a park to the northwest of the station. You're to remain close at all times and act only as ordered. Follow me. Alright then, let's get going. What is this? This is a... oh, it might be a handle. So, did you give me a regen? Open the hatch and retrieve a ceruleum tank. Cool, I did it. However, your grand discovery comes at a great personal cost. If you become acutely aware of the freezing cold and rancid odor emanating from every ilm of your body, Julius will doubtless feel compelled to pinch his nose shut when you deliver him your prize. Okay, game. Alright, thanks. Thanks, game, for that. This game is just goofy sometimes. Alright, so yeah. Thanks for the random regen. You find anything? I hope you did. Pretty much a regular ceruleum tank. I did. That's it. And there's still some ceruleum left. Now the fire's still not ready. Hold on, I'll give Alphino a hand. Okay, he's slowly but surely coming to help us out. Call me an Uldan because by fire I am reborn, and my clothes are mostly dry now too. I appreciate you recovering the ceruleum, but I wish you'd take the time to discuss the plan with me beforehand. Despite the way you've been treated, in Lord Quintus's eyes, you're still envoys deserving of protection. But if you were to die on my watch, he would be most displeased. Your concern is duly noted, but all's well that ends well. Julius, you mentioned coming here with your younger siblings. Did you grow up in Garlemald? I did, not far from here. My father was an accomplished researcher in his youth, and for his contributions to the Empire awarded an estate, he lived well, better than many. What was Garlemald like in those days? Everything. It was everything you could imagine and so much more. Even during the coldest winters, we always found a warmth and comfort at home. Coming in from the snow, taking off your coat and sitting down for a hot meal, with family. Visiting friends and relatives, receiving that same welcome, knowing they had everything they needed. Walking down the street, seeing the lights in all the houses, hearing the faint sounds of laughter and song, of happiness. And although the summers came and went all too quickly, in that brief respite, the ice would melt and the forgotten grass made its triumphant return. Gray clouds gave way to blue skies. Some mornings we climbed to the top of the tallest building we could to watch the sunrise. Never again. Those rooftops are rubble, those friends dead, and those memories. But if I could reclaim even a fraction of what we once had. Soon our chance will come. We just need to hold on a little longer. Oh, that's the quest. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they'll get the Garlemald back. There may be like you think they'll do a thing like Ishgard Restoration that's like Garlemald Restoration? I don't think so, but maybe that could be something interesting to consider. What might happen? Alright, now that you've recovered from your escapades in the pond, there's another location I'd like to search, just outside the park. Okay, let's get going then. So what's happened?
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we?
Thancred.
Don't react. Will only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen.
Oh yeah, he's right, he can turn invisible. I forgot. So.
After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance.
Okay, so these. Alright, so we were. They did summon the entire time. They sent Thancred, who can turn invisible.
We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel.
So I wonder what will happen.
Interesting development. And perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
Okay, see ya, Thancred. So he's been following me the entire time, so he knows what's up.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid. I might have guessed you'd be the only one to find anything.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice. We should return to the station.
Alright, back we go then. So I guess we'll see what happens. Now we got the fuel, right?
Ah, there you are. Heard you'd gone hunting for ceruleum above ground. Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all as I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile.
Yeah, it's almost like you've been being fed propaganda the entire time.
It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Oh, he's up and out of the chair.
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss. In the meantime, you are to wait here. Do not forget, you are being watched.
So now what then? So what, they're gonna try to storm the tower? I don't think they can. I mean, unless they keep the radio with them.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question. Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Euless spoke?
Yeah, no, Garlemald's just become just a complete shithole.
Finished your war, Council?
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained at a separate location.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Our allies have but limited supplies. They may stave off cold and starvation for a short while, but what then?
What, did I spot something? Oh.
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
Yeah, everything will be alright. I gotta reassure them. Obviously, you know, like, Julius doesn't want to do it. We've kind of befriended him now, after a while.
Get them out of here.
Oh boy, so we gotta go. Great. Oh boy. So this is. See what we're gonna be doing next then. So what? Alphino and Alize will be fine, providing they do not resist. Yeah, great. Alright, cool. Let's see what happens now. You'll accompany me back to your camp while I meet with your leader and present Lord Quintus's demands. Before we depart, however, there's something I would ask you. Assuming your contingent complies, the supplies they surrender will need to be transported here. That task falls to legionaries Marcellinus and Octavia, who will pilot Magitech armor to your headquarters. You're to inform them that we are leaving shortly. Tell them to ask the eel for further details in those words. Once you've seen to that, meet me by the exit. Can I still not attune? Okay, wait here. So what is this you wanted to show me? Is this his old house, maybe? Might be. That's what I'm guessing at.
This is my home.
Yeah.
Our home. At least it was, until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate.
Yeah, I know. I know Sakaguchi played 14, and he was posting about it all on his Twitter. I just didn't look at it. I didn't look at it for spoilers, obviously, because I know he's going through the game much faster than I am. But yeah, I know Sakaguchi played FF16, and he considered this game like a theme park for Final Fantasy fans, which he is not wrong.
When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and they tried to. And I had to. I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised.
Yeah, so it turns out, yeah,
Our
even
flag bears a chain. The bonds between our countrymen.
yeah, even the Garleans are just. Well, yeah, the Garleans have felt the worst of it. It's in their country. Their entire country's just gone to shit.
A red link at its center. The blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us?
This was never about our gods.
Sorry, forget I spoke.
Yeah, like, we're trying to stop the primals. They're the ones who are instigating it.
Go.
Well, we kind of stopped the primal problem, but still. The Garleans still kind of, like, instigated the entire thing happening. What's this? No, this is their prison.
It's no use.
Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But he wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do.
Is Alphino going to scooch closer? Oh no.
It's so cold.
Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people. One race cleansed of imperfections. A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world? But the truly sad, truly frustrating thing is how damnably similar it all is to the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened. Varys and Father looked to their elders for guidance and took their virtues as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos. Searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever get the Garleans to join us.
Experience of people such as Father or Quintus. Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms. A stone is a stone, a cloud, a flower, no more than that. Simple descriptions that strip the subject of distinguishing characteristics. A man is a man, divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth. But what I believed wisdom was no more than aggressive ignorance. I've since learned to look beyond the banners and the politics. To see people as individuals with their own hopes and dreams. As for my dream of building a better world, well, every day I'm reminded that it is far more complex than I had ever imagined. But it only spurs me onward, to find the wisdom and the strength to see it through to the very end.
So I really don't know what's going to happen.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand. To refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is,
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play. By your words and deeds, you'll lead the way.
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble, I'll be there to catch you. Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alisaie.
That's sweet. I don't know. I've been really enjoying Endwalker so far. It's just such good like character development and just world building so far. Estinian? What's Estinian doing? I thought...
The scouts have secured Alisaie and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed.
Oh shit, so we played the Uno reverse card. Ah, I see. Alright, so what has happened now?
I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus, and I wish to speak with him in person.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared with a second.
Ah shit, so they did another Uno reverse card? Ah fuck.
Ambush!
More are coming! Make ready!
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return!
Never mind, we gotta...
Stop, both of you!
Oh, never mind.
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
So are we not gonna fight them?
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea.
So what's happening
Envoys
now?
from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience.
Okay.
They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted.
Yeah, I guess a wind spell will just stop just everyone stop fighting and stop shooting.
That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies. Every word.
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th decision.
Okay. Okay. So far, so good. I mean, it took a while to get there.
And now dignity. I release you from your duty. All of you. I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement. 'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity. We are ghosts, you and I, memories of days gone by. Bonds forged in blood that I will not see tarnished.
Oh, easy, buddy. Whoa, whoa. What the fuck? Is his pride that big? Like, bro can't just accept help that much. Like, he can't accept any help from anyone else. He just has to do that.
Quickly! We have to reach the station before it's too late.
Well, I'm afraid it's gonna be too late, Alize.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I just hope we get there before he and his men do something rash.
About that, Alize. Oh, well, fuck. Well, there it is. Well, I guess I'll say it's too late. Well, I guess we gotta find out what's happening next. God damn, like, fuck. Oh, this is all so good. Like, I don't want to stop playing. I don't want to go on vacation. I'm still gonna play tonight. But fuck, I'm loving this too much. Oh, it's such a good story, dude. It's insane. Like, so far, I'm enjoying this a lot more than I'm enjoying Shadowbringers. The welcome to Endwalker moment. Yeah, vacation's unfortunate. Oh, I'll be gone for 5 days as well. 4 or 5 days. I'm just loving this so much. But yeah, I'm loving Endwalker a lot more than Shadowbringers at the moment. I don't know. Well, whatever. Alright, we're gonna keep going. We're still going. But fuck, dude. Oh, I just want to keep playing it non-stop. Fuck. Oh, I'm gonna be thinking of nothing but Endwalker when I'm on vacation. I'm just gonna be miserable the entire time. It sucks. Much and more has occurred since we last met. As for determining what comes next, we must speak with Lord Quintus. Yeah. About Lord Quintus.